Hello YouTube, this is Daniel Guillette. Welcome to a new video. As you can see here, I have a reloading press in the background, and this is what we're going to be jumping into in this video here. As we all know, 2019, 2020, and into now, ammunition has become more scarce, and my .308 hunting rifle, I have a Seiko fin light. You've seen me use last year in my rifle hunt in Colorado for elk. It likes a very specific ammo. This is the ammo I've been using the last 3 years for my .308. It is Barnes Vortex TTSX. So I am gonna try recreating this round right here. So for brass, we'll be using Lapua. This is brand new brass. I got 100 pieces of brand new brass. We will be using Federal Premium Match large rifle primers. I do have enough to get through to reload these. For gunpowder, this is what I've been able to source locally actually, all three of these. IMR 4895. I really would like to have Hodgdon 4895. It's a little bit more temperature sensitive or temperature resilient. The next step will be IMR 4320. I know this is no longer in production on the reloading charts. This is usable for .308. I have accurate 4064. I would much rather have IMR 4064. I've only been able to find reloading data on the Ramshot website. Bullets that we'll be using is the Barnes 168 grain TTSX ballistic tip. As you can see, it says 1 on 11 and twist faster. My rifle actually is, I think 1 in 12 for my Seiko 85 fin light. But for a monolithic projectile, Barnes started it all back in the day, and pretty much everyone bases their monolithic projectile design off from Barnes. So there is no lead in here at all. So if you do shoot one, you get it fragged out a little bit. You're not going to be eating any lead. Dies that I will be using, I have Redding match dies. I've already polished my dies out. This actually already is set to size. This is going to be my primer system, the RCBS primer. I really like this. This is the Brass-Smith All-American 8 by Lyman. It's a great press. I do like the turret, but I really like being able to just turn the die and continue on. But the primer system that came with it, no. I just use this system right here. This works really well. This is what I'm going to be using for my sizing lubricant. This Redding product here works great. Just rub it in with a Q-tip. Let me get a Q-tip. We'll get started. I'll just take a little bit. All right, so I have a Redding full length sizing die with the decapping rod in. I'm wanting to get it to the right size and all. Before reloading, I know this is brand new brass, but I need every piece uniform. I set my seating die and I made up a test dummy round, and I compared it off from the factory, and I'm following the Lyman book and double checking other references that I have from Barnes on their website for the overall length. So I have 25 rounds made with the 4895 half grain increments going from 42 to 44 grains. The max recommended, the max amount of powder on Hodgdon's website for our IMR 4895 is 44 grains, and the minimum is 41, so I figured to start at 42. But Lyman and Barnes website says 42 and a half is the max load for 4895. So I'm going to do half grain increments and watch for pressure as I shoot these rounds. And next I'm going to load 4320 and accurate 4064. So. This group's looking pretty good, but I got a flyer here. Shooting 2650, but it's opening up. Hopefully the next group will tighten up like the other gunpowder. Dang. Opened up. Next one. 44 grains. 1 grain below max load. Hopefully this is a little better. Better-ish. Just don't know why I did 2 flyers, but I got 2 touching for once. Last one, let's not mess this up. And then, every time I say that, the wind kicks up. Opened up. I don't know about 4320. Alright, after going to the range and shooting all the bullets I made of 4320 and 4895, I did not test accurate 4064. My best group of all of them was in the 4895. The middle group at 43 grains was less than an inch, and the others were just over an inch. I probably could do better. I know the highest node at 44 grains was just over an inch, like 1 1/3 inches, I think. But there was 3 that would have been a really great 3-shot group, but I still had 2 kind of fly off, making it over 1 1/3 inches. I went on further and I tested 43 grains, and I went 0.2 grains below and above 43 grains. So I loaded 5 at 42.8 grains and 43 grains, 5 more, and then 43.2 grains. As you can see in the target here, when I shot 200 yards, I got my best group at 1.5 inch. So I got sub MOA at 200. I did have 1 flyer in that group, so it's only a 4-shot group that I'm considering. But that 1 flyer, the velocity was much higher on the Chronograph. I did have an average of 2640 feet per second with that final gunpowder charge, and I think it was about 2610 with the exact like 43 grains. So I'm getting a little bit less feet per second than I wanted at 2700, but I didn't shoot some of the Barnes hand loads out of my rifle before starting this test here. So I'm pretty sure they had got that number off from a 24-inch barrel, and my Seiko is only a 20.4 inch barrel. I'm pretty happy with the grouping that I got, and I'm gonna continue practicing before hunting season here with this loadout that I just made. All right, well, this wraps up the video here. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. All this work in this video here was for a hunt coming up in Montana. I drew a rifle combo elk and mule deer tag, and there's plenty of hunting and fishing content on the channel already. And I know a lot of you all that have subscribed to my channel already watch some of my fishing content, and I apologize, I haven't done any fishing since January. And I hope to get some in by this September when I get back from my mule deer hunt. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all on the next one in New Mexico.